Hello, hello, hello. My name is Chantsy and welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to another episode of Beauties with Strategies. Today's guest is Mallory Rowan. She is a, I'm going to say it, fitfluencer. I just made up that word. No, you're an accidental influencer and you do powerlifting and you also just share your business knowledge online for everyone.
Yes. So
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So today we're going to do our makeup. We're going to talk strategy and just have a good time. So why don't you properly introduce yourself because that was really shitty.
So my name is Mallory, as she mentioned. I'm the co-founder of LVD Fitness. So we're a lifestyle apparel brand for athletes. And I also started something called Mal Made Me Do It, where I have a membership program online. So it's group fitness, trying to make fitness affordable for people. So $20 a month and you get a whole group of community and you get training to do at home or in the gym. So that's kind of my spiel. And on Instagram, I focus on helping people get their shit together, basically, like different types of life hacks that I've been fortunate enough to learn over the years.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's something we share in common because I have a productivity video and I'm like all about not necessarily like hacking your life, but just being like a productive human and achieving, like just making every minute count. Because people often ask me like, oh, how do you do it? You're a mom, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, like every moment of my life is like productive.
Right.
And I'm sure you have that kind of...
Which is like, funny because sometimes I try to get away from that because I'm like too much that way, you know?
Yeah, like taking a break.
Like sometimes I'm
chill.
like, okay, yeah. Like the other day I was on the treadmill when Josh and I were working out at the end of the workout. And it's always nice to like know how much you have left when you're trying to finish at the same time as the other person. So I was like watching him, trying to get his attention to let him know like I had like 4 minutes left on the treadmill. And then I was like, oh, like it's fine. Like, he's gonna use the 4 minutes and he'll be done, or like he's not done and then I wait. Like it doesn't always have to be so.
Oh, because you're like my turn. Like,
well, I'm just like productive. Like let's be efficient. Because then if he knows he has 4 minutes to work with, like he's gonna be more efficient. And that's just like okay.
So maybe this is something we can dive into. Like, where do productive people come from? Like I'm just trying to think, like, where have you always been like this? Did you have to learn it? Is it an OCD thing? Like I feel like I have like OCD.
I definitely am like that.
Okay.
But for me, I think it also comes from like childhood. Like I did competitive dance and like looking back on it, I'm like, wow, I don't know how I did that. Like every evening was at the dance studio. Like we would go straight from school until like 8 or 9 p.m. and then all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And like I just had to do homework at some point in my life. So I think like people who are in organized sports, a lot of the time that's where it comes from, because it's like I didn't have another choice. Like we would go away for the weekend for a competition and I would come back Sunday night and it's like, okay, sit down, do your homework. It's 8 p.m. Like you have every class's homework to do. So
well, it's funny you say that because, and maybe this is like, maybe we're diving deep into like what it takes to be a productive adult and it's to be a productive child. And so I was I'm half Armenian, and so I went to Armenian school every day after regular school until grade 8. So then I would come home later, somehow do both the homework for both schools. But then I was also in Armenian dance. I was in choir. It was like we had so many. I was like the child entertainer. And then in high school, I was in Army Cadets. I had a job. I babysat, and I was in all the sports. Like I was already living that life.
By the way.
Okay.
Before things get weird.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Who's the YouTube
influencer work? I got it for free.
That's amazing. It's pretty cool, though. Actually, I like that it's like one of the good foundation brushes because I use this one.
Yeah.
This is like a newer shape that is just all about that buffing. Oh, I love that.
And it's supposed to be better for like bacteria. Like it doesn't hold it.
Oh, it probably stays like at the surface?
Yeah.
Cool.
And it blends it. But it's always awkward when I first turn it on.
I'm like, manual labor. Not very productive.
Like,
productivity hack number 1.
Yeah.
Get yourself a vibrating makeup brush.
Works well.
But yeah, no, that's a good observation. Like, I guess I never thought about it that way. And when people ask me like, oh, you know, how do you do it? Your mom, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know. It's just always been really busy.
Yeah. And that's what I find, because a lot of people who are in sports, and then when you go to university and you don't have as much of it, all of a sudden it's like you have all this free time, but somehow like you're not more productive because you just start getting free time and you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, it's the classic, if you want something done, give it to a busy person.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that is, but... So what does... okay, so I'm reading or listening to this book called The Miracle Morning, and it's kind of all about, like, how to hack your life and just...
Yeah.
I just started it, and it sounds like it's wake up early and kind of start your day on the right foot. So do you have, like, a morning routine, or how do you kind of get productive? Because you work from home.
Yeah, I literally actually just posted this on Instagram this morning.
Oh.
So, I started this thing. I actually started calling it the BOMAS morning routine. So basically the B is bathroom. So like the second I get up, I brush my teeth, wash my face, that kind of stuff. I've never been like religious about washing my face, so it's almost my way to like make myself do it.
Okay.
And then the O is 1 glass of water. So like immediately I try to have water, especially for people who drink coffee. Like I don't, but you should get water in your body first.
Like you're basically talking to me.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that touched my mouth this morning.
Yeah, exactly. And people always like try to drink water throughout the day, but it's never that realistic that you're gonna hit the water you need. So I just find like if you start the day with 1 glass of water, it actually like makes more of a difference. And then the M is meditate, which doesn't have to be like straight up meditation. Like for me in the morning, I usually read. So I'll do like a chapter or 10 pages. But it's like some form of meditation. Like some people, it's like, okay, then go have your morning coffee and just sit and like don't be on your phone. So like my whole thing too with the whole process is not touching my phone yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I usually read, and then the E is express gratitude, because there's like a really heavy link between gratitude and happiness.
Yes.
So I have like 2 versions of it. One is like draft a message that you're gonna send like a loved one or something. Like sometimes I'll just text my mom and like pick like one reason why I appreciate her, you know? Oh my God. Yeah, and then you make someone else's.
Be my daughter.
Yeah. Like for all you kids out there.
Yeah. Text your mom you love her.
Yeah. It's just nice, you know, like touching base with people. And that one's nice because it makes them feel good too. Mm-hmm. And then they're more inclined to pass that on, right? If they're feeling good, they might go share something with someone else.
And it like makes their day that much better.
Exactly.
Like
yeah.
ripple effect.
And then the other one that I do every morning for gratitude is I write down 3 things that I'm grateful for, and I try to make it 3 different things. And I got that from Melissa, she's this girl I follow on Instagram, and then she wrote a book. It's called Happy Go Money, but it's a lot about like happiness and money, and not just like here's how to save. Like it's both sides of it. And that's something she talked about, is like if you can just on the spot think of like 3 different things you're grateful for. Like don't just be like my husband. Be like
why?
The way that my husband does X, you know?
Yeah.
So every morning I do that, and I really like doing it in the morning because I feel like at night it's easier because you just think about your day.
Right.
And then in the morning I'm like, okay, like what did I do yesterday? What am I grateful for yesterday? And it really helps me like reflect on my actual day. Plus it's just a little more challenging. Like sometimes the 3rd one, it's funny, and it's good, I feel like, for our personality type, because I'm just like, it's gotta be a good one, you know? Yeah. But I'm like, no, like it can be something really small, you know? Yeah, so that's what I do morning and night. So night I do the same thing, kind of go to the washroom, have water before bed, and then lately I've actually been using meditation apps to fall asleep, and it's like the best thing ever. Do
you have any like sleeping issues, or just
falling asleep, like the thoughts, you know? That's when like I have my midlife crisis, and like, you know.
Do you write, like I usually write things down before I go to bed, just so that my head's clear.
I usually try to do like a to-do list for the next day. Okay. Also like kind of in order, so that usually I put the thing I've been avoiding like near the top, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then yeah, I write down, and then what I just started recently, actually, I have this little notebook, and anything I randomly think of, I just write it down, and then now I just know to check that notebook in the morning.
Okay.
Because I used to do it in my phone, but it would be like, I'd text myself, or I'd write a note.
And then you're on your phone.
Then you're on your phone, yeah. And it's like a screen in your face, because usually it's like when you're falling asleep, you're like, oh shit, like I gotta do laundry tomorrow. So I just write it in the book instead.
I don't know if you saw the little list on my counter, but it basically broke down my day, because I don't get a lot of days off. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, my goals today are use the strategies. I have a couple errands to run, and then I have a couple meetings. Yeah. But I also don't, like, I'm realistic with what I can accomplish during the day. because sometimes I push it hard and then I'm like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted, and I'm like, yes, I accomplished everything, but like there was no downtime in there. So it's like, what kind of day is that?
Yeah, I actually put in my list like lunch, because I'll like,
I need to do that.
Yeah, so my list will be like morning routine, train, breakfast and supplements, so I don't forget my supplements, and then it'll be like yesterday I was working on something I knew would take a while, so it was just that, and then it was like lunch, meditate, and then the next project. Because otherwise, like, I feel like sometimes if you're going slower, you feel bad taking a break or whatever. So it's a good way to like be like, no, I'm actually being productive because I know that meditating is going to put me in a better space for the afternoon. And it's like I get to check something off my list. And I think that's a really big thing, is a lot of people like checking things off their list and feeling productive. So like adding things like eat your lunch
is a win.
Is a win. And it's just important because then people skip it, and
especially if you're trying to eat well.
Yeah.
Because you got to make time for it. You have to sit down, prepare it, make sure you've got everything.
Because if you don't too, then you eat when you're starving, and that's when you eat the shitty
poor
food.
Decisions. Yeah. So I just wanted to go back to the gratitude thing. And share something that I do with Victor. Which he's my 6-year-old son. So every night, I mean, when I try to put him to bed and I cuddle with him, that's kind of like my undivided attention time. And he's funny. He's like, oh, I didn't see you all day, so you have to cuddle with me today. I'm like, all right, fine, fair.
Tough life.
But what we've been doing is like before going to bed, we're like, what was the best part of your day? It's not like asking him, did you have a good day? It's like, no, you have to choose one moment of your day. And like you said, it could be a small moment, it could be whatever. But I knew that this one day, I'm really trying to work at just giving him a really great, like, childhood.
That's nice of you.
Well, like, we're all scarred from our childhood. And so this one day I was like, okay, I'm going to bring him to the park. We did a picnic. We like did a whole bunch of things. I bought him a donut. It was just kind of like a yes day, whatever Victor wanted. And then so that night I was like, Victor, what was the best part of your day? And he's like, can I choose 3? And I was like, it was a good day when he had 3 favorite parts. So anyways, I feel like that's kind of how I'm instilling gratitude in my son. Because I believe in gratitude too, especially if I feel like shit. I'm like, all right, it's time to like think outside of that and just
like whenever I have something going poorly, I'm like, I immediately recognize like this is such a small problem, like in the big scheme. I saw something yesterday actually that said like, if it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend more than 5 minutes being upset over it. And I really like that because especially like when we were building LVD like as a lifestyle brand, it's essentially like a popularity contest, right? Like of the brand, but also like the founders. Because at the end of the day, right, it's just like, where do people want to spend their money if they're all just t-shirts with different designs, right?
Right.
And so like some other companies are super collaborative and cool, and then other ones are like super negative, and like it always really brought me down more because I was upset that like people choose to be that way,
Yeah.
But then something like that is just like so relevant. Like 5 years from now, am I gonna care that one guy did like a not so nice thing? Like, no, it's not really gonna, not at all gonna come into the equation, right?
I'm like that person that people come to for, I don't know, I'm just some kind of coach, mentor, like without trying. And I often tell people or remind them that there's no sense in worrying about something you can't change. And it's like the only thing you can change is your
how
reaction.
You feel about it,
yeah, exactly. So that's kind of, that plays onto what you're talking about. I wanted to kind of dive deep into like productivity hacks. So you did your morning routine. We kind of touched on your beauty hacks. Let's talk about some beauty. So what are your like beauty hacks other than your automated brush?
Well, that is a really good one because I'm not good at blending, and this thing, the first time I used it, I was like, okay, done. So that's a really good one.
You just got your brows done recently.
So I got nano brows.
Did you have
science?
Did you have like thick brows before, or like
my brows were like okay? I can send you a picture. You can like throw it up.
Yeah, I'll throw it up.
Before, after. They were like short though, not like ridiculously. Like I've seen some people, and like I had fine brows,
because the trick is to like, you want them long.
The length, yeah. So they were definitely shorter. And they just weren't as full. Like the top, I have a good shape to them, but like the top of my arches here, like wasn't as full.
Yeah, that's usually where I draw it to get some shape to it.
Yeah. And I really am not good with makeup. So like one time my sister showed me like a brow gel and I was like, oh, I'm going to start using that. And like that made a big difference. But I also just like low maintenance. So with the nano brows, like I don't have any makeup in them right now. Like I was joking with Chantsy that I'm cheating because like I don't really put that much makeup on because I just like did things like that. So they're really sweet. They're kind of like tattoos, but it still looks like hair, which is nice.
And because you lift, bro.
Yes. Oh my god, it's the best because
so
like and it doesn't like your brows won't, you know, like I don't know,
come off.
Yeah,
melt off.
You know what I mean? Like it's in your skin.
Yeah.
So that's really nice because that's a big thing for me too, right? Like I don't like to have makeup on when I'm at the gym. For one, it's just like not the best for your skin, but two, it's like if you're sweaty and you want to wipe your face, like the worst is if like your brow just like is bleeding down your face.
Oh, your brow's right here.
Yeah. So it's nice, like get all up in there.
Okay, and you were saying you have your lashes tinted and lifted?
Yes, I did that recently. So the place where I got my brows done in Ottawa, it's called Yvonne Sanchez, and they do a lot of this kind of stuff. So they were like, when I was getting my brow touch up, somebody else was getting a lash lift, and I was just really curious about it, and they're like, do you want to try it? So I'm like, okay. So they basically like put some stuff on it, and it makes it almost do like 90 degrees up, and then they tint it too. So you can still wear mascara because obviously it won't really give you volume. Like you have to have a certain amount of your own lashes. Like you can't have really stubby ones because obviously then they have nothing to work with. Yeah. But I don't have like crazy lashes by any means. But yeah, they put them right up, and then the tinting is huge because for me as a blonde, like this is my natural eyebrow color, which is kind of random, but my lashes are for sure light.
They're clear. Yeah.
So it's nice to have them tinted because then like I really in the morning, like most days. Yesterday I went to take my makeup off and I was like, oh, I'm not wearing any. And it actually made me laugh. I was like, oh, well then. Especially with like this summer glow, you know. I was like, oh, do I have some bronzer on? Nope, it's my face.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it's definitely nice. Like brows, I don't know, it made such a huge difference.
Yeah, they definitely, it shapes your face, shapes your eyes. So I have really long lashes and I don't qualify for lash lift because they're too perfect. So
you stick to your eyelash curler.
My eyebrows are very bushy, but I just like, I rock the bush.
Yeah. It's trendy.
Yeah, but that's like just because I'm a hairy person, so I can just like take advantage of my hairiness. Yeah. So obviously you work out every day. It's kind of part of your brand and who you are as an individual or whatever.
I mean, not every day though. Not just for the record.
Okay. How often do you work out?
I would say I go to the gym right now probably 4 days a week.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So can we talk about like that, the productivity aspect of working out and how other people can kind of get inspired to work out, or what are your tips?
Yeah. My biggest thing is like people always want to go to the gym because they feel like that's how they're going to like lose their stomach fat, or like that they have to stay healthy long term. For me, it's like the gym is like for my mind more than my body, and making that mind shift is really, really big because it's all like, I'm really big on language too, right? So like it's all about how you position it. So if you think you're like making yourself go to the gym because you have to lose weight, like it's just a super negative experience. Like obviously you're going to want to avoid that. Like it's just not fun. Like it's reminding yourself that you might feel bigger. Like if you're on the treadmill, then all you're thinking about is how like you just have to keep going because you feel fat or whatever. Yeah. But when you're going for your mind, for me, it's like, this is a really nice break in my day, or it's my opportunity to just like think about either nothing or think about things that are really important to me. And it's like my space where no one else gets in, you know, like I don't check my emails. I try not to check Instagram. And like there's actual things that happen in your body, right? Like people forget about the actual like chemistry that happens in our body. Like it actually will put you in a better mood, and like it actually does help clear your brain, and it honestly keeps you sane. So that's my biggest thing is like, for me, like your body needs to move. Like even start by like going for a walk every day. Like so when I said how I go to the gym 4 days a week because I do other things, like I'll just go for a walk at least once a day, and it doesn't have to be like a 2-hour walk. It's like I walk around my neighborhood, but just being outside and being active. Like I even find that's where I have my most creative breakthroughs. Like whenever I'm stuck on something and I go for a walk, like boom, it just comes to me, you know?
Yeah, I get a lot of those breakthroughs at yoga, but it's because you're very much like in your mind. Yeah. And as much as they're saying, like the whole thing is like, you know, don't think or kind of clear your mind, but it's like because of that clarity. Yeah. Things just connect and you're like, bing. Like I've had some really good blog posts that I've like kind of
Yeah.
come up with just sitting or just relaxing your mind.
Yeah, I watched a video the other day, and I will probably butcher the science of this, but it was talking about like our different brain states, and there was like one was theta, and I don't remember if it was this one or not, but it's basically like when we're in certain states, it actually does change like your brain activity, and like it's part of the reason why when you're lying in bed, that's when you like think of things sometimes. Right. Or you have a lot of the time I think about what I'm going to wear the next day, and I'm like, oh, such a good outfit. But when I try to get dressed in the morning, you're just like, I hate everything. Yeah. Like,
well, I think about what I'm going to wear in the morning, so I don't get out of bed until I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and then
I'm just like, jump out and bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I want to relax.
Yeah.
And like, how can I sleep in but also be productive? So I'm like, okay,
that's when I do my gratitude in the book, because sometimes I just stay in bed and then I keep the book beside me in case I want to do it first.
My mornings are still hectic because I have to get myself and Victor to school and get myself to work and whatever. So I'm a little bit more like the time is more precious in the morning.
So same thing, like when you're in the shower.
Oh my God.
Like, it's not a coincidence that we all have great ideas in the shower. Like, it's actually just the state that your brain goes into. Yeah, it was a really interesting video.
It's like, yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense. Like, why do we think that's a coincidence? It's like, first of all, you're off your phone. Yeah, you're relaxed. You're not thinking about what you have to do usually. So the more you can put yourself like in those kind of states, the better, right?
Yeah, and it's almost like, it's not meditative state, but it's almost in that like, just down state. Like, I'll have good ideas. I always equated it to water, because I'm like, I always get really good, get really inspired near water. So in the shower, while I'm doing dishes, but maybe that the common state.
It's like we're meditating without realizing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Do more dishes.
Or shower a lot.
Or shower more.
Yeah, that's a really big one. And something I heard a long time ago that stuck with me is like with New Year's resolutions, like people will be like, I'm going to go to the gym 6 days a week. And it's like, well, if you're not going to the gym right now, if you went once a week and stuck to it, that's 52 times more than last year. Like, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
There's nothing else where we're like, I'm going to do this times 52 next year, right?
Yeah.
So if you even start by going once a week, I think people want to go full on. It's like, be reasonable. Like, I used to train when I was competing in powerlifting, like, I would train 5 days a week, right? Because I was training for something specific. And then once I stopped competing, like, for a long period, I had 3 training days, and sometimes I only made 2 out of 3. But it was what was working for me, right? And I didn't beat myself up over it. It was just like, I'm going to go 2 or 3 times, and like, that's what it's going to be. So I think that's really important too. Like, if you can work out at home for 20 minutes twice a week, like, start with that, because that's 40 minutes a week times 52, right? More than you've ever done. Whereas when you go 5, cool, you went 5 times this one week, and then you probably felt dead the next week, and you were like, I can't do this. Yeah. And then you're done. So you went 5 times instead of 52, right?
What about like a gym buddy, or how do you feel about that? Like a support system?
Yeah, I think that's really big. The biggest thing is if you can get on the same schedule, because it's almost worse if you're trying to work out with someone and like it never really jives. So if sometimes it's like finding someone who's at the gym at the same time as you and just being their friend.
I'll see you next. See you next week.
Like one of my friends, Leanna, we've been training a lot together, and like we've probably gone to the same gym for like 3 years.
Oh.
And like
she's like a gym friend, or
yeah, we didn't even we like knew who each other was, you know.
Okay.
And then just at one point it was like we kept going around the same time, and it was like, do you want to work out together? Because she started doing my program too, so then we were doing the same workouts at the same time. So it was like, we should probably just go to the gym together.
Yeah.
So that's really great. But another way to do it if you don't have someone nearby is like just an accountability buddy by text. Like, a lot of times with powerlifting, when you're peaking, like you often add in more cardio if you're trying to make weight. So one of my friends, like, we would text each other when we were doing cardio. And it's that small piece of accountability where sometimes we need someone else. It's the reason we have personal coaches, right? It's just like someone to say like, hey, I did it. Or someone who's going to be like, yo, you haven't texted me yet. Did you do cardio today?
Yeah.
You know that they're going to be on you, and that can sometimes be enough.
And so do you want to talk a little bit more, like you mentioned it earlier, but like your whole workout program and like this community that you're building, is there that kind of like accountability built in?
Yeah, so essentially there's like the workout programs itself. So there's gym training and there's at home. And I included it all in one because I want to encourage those at-home people to eventually dabble with the gym. And then on the flip side, like the gym people, especially with summer, like I had one girl, she's like, I'm going to a cabin for the week. I'm going to start doing the at-home programs, because then instead of just like not working out for a week and losing that pattern, she shifted, right? So it's okay to go like back and forth. So that's a really big thing, and it's ongoing. And then we mostly connect through a Facebook group. So it's a really, really great community. I have a co-coach who's like incredibly smart on the fitness side. So basically we take feedback from people. Like I asked the other day, I'm like, do you guys get bored? Like, how many weeks does it take for you to get bored to the point that you stop going? Like, should we change up every 4 weeks, or can you guys do 6 weeks? And then based off, you know, those responses, we're changing the program to fit. So we're really trying to make something that actually is like achievable for the average person. Because like I said, once you start doing it and you realize like how much it helps your mind, like it's so nice to be able to find something that's consistent. And, you know, for example, when we started it, we had an optional 5th workout. And we actually have taken that out because I think so many people just give themselves the pressure that they had to do the 5. And it's like, no, it's actually optional. Yeah. Like, no one's making you do it.
You put optional on there and they're like, shit, I gotta do it. Cause
yeah, if I'm going to be an A student, like, I gotta do workout 5. So we just changed it to 4. And, like, we made a priority system, too. So, like, the most important day is day 1. Second most is day 2. So that, like, if you only do 2 days this week, like, fine. If you can only do 2 days, then do the first 2.
And is it are you aiming for 4 or 5 workouts a week? Is that?
We have 4. Okay. And then the at-home's 3.
Okay.
So the at-home program is 3 workouts. They're like 30 minutes each. And the gym one's 4 workouts. And they're like at most an hour. But that's like probably if you add cardio.
And like for the at-home stuff, do you have to have a lot of like equipment?
Nothing.
Like
so that was something that was really important to me. So like we get a little creative. Like you use like a chair or like steps in your house and like a towel. So we do one where like at the gym you have lat pull downs, like the machine where you pull down like this.
Yeah.
So we have one where you lay on your stomach and you use a towel and you can actually do the same thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
so can hook you up, you know. Yeah, but it's really fun, and like the Facebook group is the cool part because fitness is this weird thing where like we like to make people feel guilty about it. Like if you order a water and everyone's ordering drinks, all of a sudden like you're the person that's making everyone feel bad, and it's like I just wanted the water. And people really project with fitness. So a lot of people, what stops them the most is they don't have people in their circle that get it, and they're excited that they've gone to the gym for a full week. But if they tell their friends are going to be like, okay, are you like bragging, right?
Or sometimes I find there's this like, and I'm guilty of feeling this way about someone like my sister who really loves working out. And, you know, her whole day kind of, she prioritizes it. But in a way I'm like, oh, like, can't you just skip your workout and do this? But like for her, it's something she enjoys. So I'm guilty of what you're describing of being like, you know, like the pusher.
People love to like shame it. Yeah.
Like it's fine. You're not going to die.
You're fit. You don't need to. It's like, well, it's not about that.
Yeah, exactly. So I hear you. I know. We just all need to be like more supportive. Even like eating healthy, I find if you are with someone who appreciates that, then it's easier. Like you can definitely like start eating healthier, or if your partner is on board or whatever, like you've got that support network, and it's not just like you doing this on your own. And
so that's the cool thing with the Facebook group is like for a lot of people it is that support system. And like I even started it because I was getting less accountable with the gym, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna find other people that feel this way and we'll hold each other accountable. And it's really great. And I'll have people message me, like this one girl a few days ago messaged me on Instagram and she's like, I'm really slacking, like I keep making excuses, right? Like my day's busy, I'm not getting it in. She's like, I tried to get a work buddy, but it's not really working. And I was like, okay, you're going to send me a selfie from your next 3 workouts. Cool. And then the next day she sent me a selfie, and then she felt better because she went to the gym, right? Because it actually like makes you feel better. And then it's easier for her to go to the next few. So
it's really all mental, isn't it? Like you have to be like clear in your mind, and it's also like, it's that double-edged sword where like working out gives you clarity, but then you also have to get your butt to the gym.
Yes. A really good rule I like to use is like never go more than 2 days off, because the second from any like habit that you're trying to create, but especially with the gym, it's so easy when you stop going to not want to go, and that it starts to feel like a chore. But I find like the more consistent you are, the more you just enjoy it. You know, like yesterday normally I've been going in the mornings, and by the evening I hadn't gone, and it's so easy to just like go to bed. But I was like, no, I'm actually like looking forward to this. And I had a great workout. I came home, I was in a great mood. Like it set me up for a great day today. And it's just like, I think privilege comes into it a lot. Like I've spoken about this before. It's like such a first world problem that you're dragging yourself to the gym.
Yeah.
So when you realize, like, I'm so privileged that I can go to the gym right now on a Thursday night, and like, especially for myself, it's like I don't have kids to put to bed. Like, there's so many things that you could be dealing with. You might not be able to afford a gym membership. So it's like, I'm so privileged to be able to go, and I think that's a good way to kind of keep yourself in check too.
Yeah, and that is in line with your like gratitude practice.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, I think I'm done my makeup, and I just wanted to give a little shout out to Carter Beauty. This little eyeshadow kit is what I used today, and it was in my bag from the Atelier conference that I went to on the weekend. Yeah, so I was like, ooh, good, perfect for my good makeup mornings.
It's cute.
Yeah, your makeup was very quick. And
I don't really do that much.
What foundation did you use? I didn't even see. I didn't have time to.
I don't really use that much stuff, to be honest. Oh, this is what I thought you were gonna laugh at, but you didn't notice. So I use eyeshadow as highlighter right now.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, really?
I've done it too. Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna think
it's
it's so ghetto.
No.
Because somebody was explaining highlighter to me, and then I was like, oh, I love the look. And then I was at home, and I was like, I really want to do it, but I don't have any. And I was like, this color could work.
This works, yeah. Of course. It's good to be innovative.
Yeah, I don't actually. I left one of my foundations at home by accident, but I use this guy just for where I'm where I'm red. I use this for under my eyes as a color corrector.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I bought this new Tarte color corrector, and it was quite powerful. Actually, I'm happy with it. It's a little bit whiter than I usually go for, like a peach, because it covers like the veins.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks good so far. We'll see how it lasts.
Yeah, there's a makeup I don't know, blogger, whatever. She does Instagram.
Yeah.
And we were at an event together, and I was like, what should I start with? And she was like, color correctors. So I got like a peach one for under eyes.
Yeah.
And then a green one for red.
Redness.
But I don't know about these ones. I feel like it's one of those things you're just like putting it on and nothing really happens.
I think with color corrector, it's really like you got to do it on the spot.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you can't just do like your whole face. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, this one I think works, like I can tell a difference with the bags. With the red, I'm just kind of like...
Yeah, maybe like if you have red cheeks or something. The other thing, I got this in my VIP kit too. It's Elate Cosmetics, which I've seen. It's like Natural Beauty. And it's cream blush, so that's what I used here. I'm really into cream blushes right now.
I wish I brought the foundation that I have. It's called Fit Cover. It's an Australia company, but it's like that you can sweat in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Actually, I have the Wonder 2 Cosmetics is a waterproof and like long wear, and I wore it on a really hot day, and it wears really nicely, like almost when you get sweaty, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it kind of just creams up onto your face. Well, that's it, guys. How to hack your life. Productivity tips by Mallory. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm so glad that we made time in our busy schedules to talk productivity, talk makeup tips, and beauties and strategies tips for the viewers. So thanks, guys, for watching. I'm going to give you guys all of Mallory's details on in the boxes down below. So don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to share it with your friends who could use a little productivity boost in their caboose. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's this circle over here. And if you want to watch more videos, you can do so in the boxes down there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!